Donne here, and today I am going to be sharing some gift ideas for writers for this holiday season, in particular in our lovely glorious time of self-isolation. Now that said, plenty of these are perennially good gifts that are going to work at any time, but a few are things I have found have been kind of nice to have, in particular during self-isolation as I am trying to get my writing done. So the first gift idea is something that I have acquired by the dozens and dozens during self-isolation, and that is candles! Many writers like candles. Essentially, you use them to kind of set a mood. It can become part of your writing routine, or also simply you can't leave the house, so you want it to smell like lemons, and maybe that helps you feel creative. The cat certainly likes it. Hello. It's just a nice little thing you can do for the writer in your life. Figure out the scents that you think are going to be inspirational for them. Maybe it's a scent inspired by their story, or just something like, you know, in normal circumstances, maybe they like to go to a place that is like this, and you get a scent that is reminiscent of that thing. I did buy a coffee scented candle for that reason, because I miss coffee shops. There are, of course, lots of great places to buy candles, but I have fallen down the Bath and Body Works hole because they add a bunch of them, they smell really good, and they have frequent sales. Don't buy them at full price, just wait a couple days and inevitably they're gonna have some kind of sale. At the least, you can get like a buy one, get one, or a $10 off of these lovely 3 wicks, and the single wicks, you can get them for 10, but sometimes they're less than that. Single wicks are nice because you can kind of test a scent before you get the more expensive, bigger candle. Next is one of those perennial favorites, honestly forever recommendation. If the writer in your life doesn't use Scrivener, consider getting them Scrivener. Scrivener is writing software. It's a way of kind of organizing writing projects, can be really, really helpful, in particular for revision, but it has tons of tools. I use the most basic of them, to be honest. I like how it has a folder system. Every folder is a chapter and you have different scenes in the chapters, and there are scene cards that you can kind of organize. I don't even use that feature, but there's color coding, there's labeling. Dual screen is one of my favorite parts of it. But basically, yeah, you have a writer who's writing in Google Docs or Microsoft Word, give Scrivener a try. Sometimes Scrivener does have sales, but the retail price is about $50. They have it for Mac and for Windows, and they also do have an iOS version if you have an Apple owner in your life, so that they could put it on their iPad or their phone, and that separate version is $19.99. And the next idea is actually kind of related to Scrivener. It is a cousin of Scrivener, and it is Scapple. It is not actually a product that I use because it's never seemed to be something that I thought would work for me, but it's something that works for a lot of writers. It is a brainstorming, brain dump software tool. It helps you create mind maps, take notes, and so it might be a fantastic tool for the writer in your life if they are kind of a brainstormy, organizational, outliney type person who wants to have essentially a digital story bible for a lot of the different things in their story. And it is reasonably priced at $18, so maybe it's something where you get like a gift bundle for your writer where you get them Scrivener and Scapple, or if they already have Scrivener, maybe you get them this to try out. But speaking of, the next idea is actually kind of a cousin to this gift idea. It is called Campfire Pro. I actually haven't used it, but I have my eye on it as something that I kind of want to try out because I saw a fellow author tuber, Kate Kavanaugh, using it, and I was like, what is that? It is similarly a brainstorming and organizational tool for writers, but I noticed it has extra functionality. You can have character profiles and world building maps. You can use it for plotting. So it's basically an all-in-one tool for everything that comes before your writing. Really, I'd say this is the ultimate. If you want to create a digital story bible, this would be the one for you. As I said, I have my eye on it. Though I am a pantser, I still find it kind of attractive. I just love that you can put pictures into it and really kind of organize your thoughts. It does have a free trial if someone wants to try it out, and then the basic kind of pro pack is $49, so about $50. Then they have an advanced one if you have someone who's doing like high fantasy who needs the advanced world building tools. That is $74.98. I would recommend Campfire Pro for that writer in your life who already has their like drafting, writing software all figured out. They're happy with their process, but maybe they are that planner, that outliner. Perhaps they're doing it on paper. They might like doing it on paper, by the way, and you don't have to force them to go digital, but it could be a cool tool that they might want to try out. So the next recommendation of gifts for that writer in your life, again, this is going to be for the planner, and it's going to be for the kind of analog planner in your life. They do like physically getting things down on paper. Buy them supplies. A writer who likes that kind of system can never have too many journals, can never have too many colored pens. You can get them stickers, washi tape, essentially a planner. You can also get them binders with dividers. And to facilitate this and so much more, I highly recommend you check out Typo. It's basically desk and homeware stuff, and I was introduced to this by Lainey, who always had the cutest stuff, and then she was like, well, you could check out Typo, and now I'm like low-key obsessed. I've shopped their sales a couple of times. I've bought like little bins, I've bought notebooks, I've bought decor, and so you can get a lot of that practical stuff for the writer in your life. Their pencil cases are fantastic. They also have really great notepads and desk organizers, like checklist type stuff, like to do today and like checking off goals could be really, really great for a writer who likes to have that physical thing in front of them for tracking their work and their projects. And then they just have like pens and coffee mugs and decor stuff that I mentioned. Get the writer in your life great stuff for their writing space, their desk, their home office. There's something about having pretty nice organizational things that can click into place for a lot of us, just that desire to do the thing. My next recommendation is, again, for that writer who's stuck at home, who maybe doesn't have a home office or wants an alternative to their desk, their home office, their writing space. I'm someone who doesn't have a desk writing space, and so it's become invaluable for me as I'm stuck at home. Just a nice lap desk, a wireless keyboard, and a nice wireless mouse. It makes it so much easier to kind of get into a comfortable position, whether you're in bed, whether you're on the couch, and I find it very, very helpful for kind of remote writing. You obviously don't need the wireless mouse or the keyboard if the writer in your life has a laptop, but I have a desktop. But either way, the lap desk is a game changer, I have found. The one that I really like, I found on Amazon. I really shopped around for one that would suit me best. I liked that it had like padding on the bottom. It's like, you know, filled, it's like a beanbag chair underneath, but it had a nice wide surface and a nice bamboo, felt sturdy, and I could kind of tuck it against myself. Other people are gonna like kind of the ones that are more like little tables. Find the right lap desk, writing desk for the writer in your life. It can make a great gift for being more flexible about where you write. And then personally, I've just found the wireless mouse, like a high quality wireless mouse, just makes my computing experience better, period. But it also does help with writing. I don't have to fuss with wires or anything. So last but certainly not least, I have a category that I call gifts for ballers. So these are some gift ideas if honestly you have a little more to spend, or you want to get the writer in your life, the person in your life who is a writer, one big baller kind of gift, and it takes care of whatever holiday you need to take care of in one fell swoop. So my first suggestion, this is going to be for the writer in your life who is looking for a distraction-free writing tool. This is something that a lot of writers find helpful. There are apps that you can get for this, which I suppose you can count in kind of the other part of the gift-giving list. You can look into some of those. I know Freedom is a very famous one. I know there are others. I just don't use them. But this kind of distraction-free writing tool, it's basically a digital word processor where you do all of your work on it. You're not allowed to surf the internet. You can't really go back and chew on the writing that you've done. It's all about forward momentum and getting the words on the page. And the one specifically that I have been testing out that I recommend, again, this is for ballers, is the Freewrite Traveler. It's basically a little baby laptop word processor. Like, it feels and looks like a laptop, but it's small, it's lightweight, it's super portable. Less helpful right now in isolation unless you want it to be portable around your house, which actually could be nice. Oh my gosh, if you're one of those people who actually has an outdoor space, first of all, I'm super jealous. I'd really like to go outside, but this is a fantastic little lightweight thing that you can take so you can write anywhere. And once quarantine is over, this is going to go with me to coffee shops. That is the main reason I'm really excited about the Freewrite Traveler. They also make regular Freewrites, which are the larger ones, and they're meant to replicate old-fashioned typewriters, but they're fully digital. And this is wireless. It wirelessly syncs to Google Drive, so all the writing I do goes right onto it in real time. So far, it has crazy amounts of battery life. One charge a couple weeks ago, it's still working. I find typing on it really nice. I like the feel of the keyboard. Ergonomics are really, really important. I am going to do a full standalone review of this a little bit later, but I wanted to include it in this gift guide in the For Ballers section because it is $429. I would think of this definitely as an investment. You have to think about the writer in your life and whether or not this is something that they would use. For many writers, having a distraction-free writing tool is a must-have, especially, as I mentioned, once quarantine is over. The portability of this is a huge selling point. But if portability isn't an issue, there is the regular Freewrite, which is technically portable, just less portable than this. I love how light and small it is, but it is a little bit pricier as well. My next gift idea for ballers, a little less expensive than this one, and just kind of a cool idea that I saw. This one is good for the writer in your life who either prefers handwriting their manuscript or also does some illustration. They like to doodle their characters or draw maps. And that idea is to get them a digital transcription pen. The one that I found is the Livescribe Echo Pen. It's $189, and it sounds really, really cool. You write with the pen, and it converts your writing into a digital file, which is pretty cool. And in particular, if you want to draw a map for something, you draw the map, and then it uploads as an image to your computer. Pretty cool, might be a really great gift for a very particular kind of writer. And the one caveat, again, this isn't the gifts for ballers section, it does appear to come with special paper. You need to get special paper, or it works better with special paper. And the website sells notebooks that you would get to go with the pen. So I would buy the writer in your life, if this is a gift that sounds attractive, a little set. You get them the pen and you get them the special paper. And it does also record audio, so you can also use it to take digital notes if like you're out and about and you want to do a note and remind yourself of something. And last but certainly not least, again, for ballers, get the writer in your life a writing retreat. Right now, it's not really safe to do proper writing retreats. This is a great gift idea for the future, however. Maybe you do an IOU once quarantine is over. Here is a voucher for a writer's retreat of your choice. Those can be, I mean, you gotta pay for travel. It's a vacation, basically. It can be $800 to $1,500, depending on the one you pick, if you're going to an organized writing retreat or workshop. Or my suggestion for quarantine, it'll be less expensive too, is a DIY solo writing retreat for that writer in your life. You kind of gotta know their preferences though. Find a vacation home or similar in a nice spot with lots of nature, away from people and distractions and things, and get them a couple days there. Ensure that they can travel safely to that place, of course, but give them a solo mini writer's retreat. I know a couple writers who have done this. Even with self-isolation, they're able to drive somewhere, they're able to go to a place that they have confidence has been disinfected before they arrive and will be disinfected when they leave, and they just get to spend a few days on a vacation and get some writing done. Could be a really nice gift for the writer in your life. And for the writers out there, you know, honestly, treat yourself. Don't just wait for people to give you this gift or that gift. Do it for yourself. I have definitely been thinking about a solo writing retreat, and I've been thinking about getting myself a few of the things on this list, and thus I hope this gave you some ideas. Whether it's giving a gift to the writer in your life or gifting something to yourself right now, because honestly, things are stressful. Writing is hard on a good day, but I think it's harder now, and so if there are cool things you can get for yourself, tools that are going to make it easier or more fun, treat yourself. Let me know down below in the comments any cool gift ideas you have for writers, things you've gotten for yourself, things you've gotten for other people, ideas for the gift giving season, or really gifts anytime, because you know, everyone has birthdays. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. I post new videos 2 to 3 times a week. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and happy writing.